Hey, welcome to a new morning show. It is Happy Monday, and we have a awesome week today. Today is January 29th, Monday. I know it's Friday. Can we do Monday? I mean, who has Monday? Actually, I do know of a guy that has a Monday, and that's what we're gonna kick off today. Let's hear from this happy, crazy teacher.
Happy, do you know what is going on? He played this all day for his students. Someone help me. Happy, do you know what is going on?
There you have it, the crazy teacher. Although that was on a Friday, that is a typical crazy teacher, which happens to be joining us today. Buenos dias, Zito. He acts like a grump, but really, he's a crazy guy. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. Yeah, that's him. What a way to start. I mean, babe, did you do this song as your kids are coming into class or at the end?
I kind of sprinkled it all over the place.
Oh, okay. So you hit them at any time, any point of the day.
Mm-hmm.
If you are one of Mr. Zito's students, drop it in the comments.
Oh, please no.
Positive notes on him. All right. Are you ready for some dad jokes this morning? Because actually, this one I don't know. Maybe you can help me explain, but it goes with the theme of you being a little beastie, a little grumpy. How did Vikings communicate with one another?
I don't know how.
By Norse code.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Oh, but can you help me explain? Because I actually didn't get the joke, and I knew you were gonna help me.
Vikings are Norse. No,
Are
Norse.
what?
That's the name of their race.
And you learn something new every single day. Okay, and because I didn't know that one, I know this one. Okay. Why did Benjamin Franklin feel when he discover electricity?
He was shocked.
Ah, boo! You are correct, Tio Jimmy. And now, oh goodness gracious, Zito, don't you know that you have a talking point in the show? What is the weather, man?
Florida's trying to get me sick. It's cold again.
And he is not chewing. No, that is not what you're seeing right now in the camera.
It's 49 degrees. At least that's what the car says. High is going to be like 62, I think, or something.
Yeah, let us know what's the weather in your neck of the woods, whether you're joining from New York or somewhere, California, somewhere in the north, maybe another country. Who knows? Let us know. Por favor. That would be awesome. Oh, okay. My mic is still on. All right. Well, guess what, people? We're in the whole week of self-reflection, and I'm gonna go there really quick because we're gonna talk about our highlights. And people are like, what? Jimmy, what do you think about when I say highlight? Like when you're writing like an essay or when you're reading something?
Like, what's the main point? What's the main thing? What's the highlight? Chief takeaway?
Hey, that's it. That's so I knew you were gonna give me a right word. Well, tell me the last word you said. Key takeaways.
Like chief takeaway?
Chief. Why name it chief takeaways?
I don't know, like the one in charge.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. You guys could take a look at the blog in here, but I'm just gonna highlight it really quick on self-reflection, and we're gonna jump into our highlights of 2023. And if you are like, what, you're crazy. I don't even remember what I did this weekend. That's all good. We could even go back to yesterday or go back to the week. All right, 7 benefits. Number 1, I get to be present. Number 2, I get to be more compassionate about my pace. Because when I do some highlights, and I'm like, okay, that took a little longer, but that's actually how I work. Like Jimmy and I realized maybe 2 years ago that we're immersive people. So if we're gonna do like a any kind of training, I'm gonna mute him because the mic drives me crazy. When we're going to do any kind of like youth programming or leadership retreat or whatever that is, we're not thinking about anything else. We're like immersed, whether we said that's going to be 3 months or some programs have gone 4 or 5 months, and that's all we think about. I mean, Jimmy more than me, because I could go wee and go somewhere else, but when we're in there, we're very immersive. So, one of the things about self reflection, if you're writing down your highlights or what you learn and things like that, that we're going to go over this week, then you get to learn your own pace. I was going to say space, but I hope that made sense. Zito, did that make sense?
Yeah, learn your pace. Understand that you're not anyone else. You work at your own pace, and that's okay.
Yeah, and then how you know that is when you actually stop for a second and write things down. The other one is yeah, and keyword is compassionate about it. Okay, I still hear the crickets. Okay, cool. I'm muting Jimmy. Jimmy, if you want to say something, just wave your hat at me. Benefit number 3, I get to be more optimistic. Patty, you're so positive. Well, if I'm aware of my highlights, my victories, wins, whatever you want to call it, then I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Okay. I mean, if you're constantly just saying, who do you think you are? You're such a loser, the whole imposter syndrome. How let me get a little closer. How's your confidence when you're constantly telling yourself over and over, like a broken record, that you suck or that you should do this and do that, right? So, and some people may call this me may be completely weird. Good. I want it to be weird. And please take a look at this blog or reach out to me if this is alien to you. But hopefully, this whole week is about habit of self reflection. I have a crying dog. We might make it a little short. Anyway, benefit number 4, I get to evolve daily. Okay. I get to feel accomplished. This goes back to, feeling down because of the things that you say to yourself. And usually they happen at nighttime. Do they happen at nighttime? I mean, if we're really honest with ourselves, does it happen at nighttime? Do the record of what a loser. Oh, my dog just farted. It wasn't me. I promise. Poppy, see, that's her butt right there, people. That's a farting butt right there. Anyway, how many of she thought that message needed some farting in it? But it's true, guys. How many times do we go to sleep with that record of what we did wrong? Like, we can have such a great show. If you're a perfectionist, you can have like a great presentation. You do one little tiny thing, 1% of your presentation. Guess what you're going to hear all night? What could I have done better? And I should you be shooting all over yourself? Okay, that's Poppy agreeing with me. Number 6, I get to feel appreciated. And we're talking about you by us, right? And number 7, the last one, I get to trust myself more. If you want to see a video, actually, this is a really short one. I wonder if I could play it while I take this dog out, but no, I want all of us to watch it. Let me see. I can't see Zito. Zito, can you see me? I might have to take her out. She is farting like crazy. I'm gonna play this video, and if I'm not here, can you comment on the video because this dog needs to go.
I, she could wait. She could wait.
Okay, people. Anyway, check out this video. I'll put the blog right in the comments below. Write me some comments in here, okay? Write in the blog if this was helpful. But more than anything, pass it along to anybody else. All right. So what we're gonna focus on today, as we are reminded of the highlights, because we could read about it intellectually. What about doing it right now? If besides Jimmy, who's driving, he's not able to really write notes right now. Um, I invite you to take out a pen and paper because we're gonna write down some of our highlights and victories. And if victory sounds too like you need to like win an Oscar or a Nobel Prize or something crazy like that in your head, or have a degree in if you're thinking something grand or like Braveheart, Jimmy, let me see some Braveheart face of victory. Oh, that's a victory face? Okay, he did pretty good by putting him on the spot. If victory sounds way too cray for you, what about win? I think that's oh wow, she is bad. Zito, why didn't you take her to the bathroom? We're fighting on the show.
Oh my goodness! Because I took her at 5 in the morning.
Well, she needs to be taken by you right before the show. It's her routine. Our dog is crazy. She's taking over our lives, people. Over our lives. Anyway, if victory is way too much for you, highlights, chief keys that Jimmy talked about, or if you want to start small, how about your wins? Okay, so this is oh actually I did have slides for that. It could be highlights, victories, or wins. Right there in the screen, you get to choose one of them. And you know what? Let's end here. I might even change the subject to it because people, man, Jimmy, I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know what's the temperature in a classroom or in schools, but people are feeling so down lately, especially towards the end of January, where they're like, they start off the year making New Year's resolutions. Oh my God, that sounds horrible. So again, you have to say something, Jimmy. Just wave at me. I had to mute you. But people are starting, they make resolutions on the first, and then they're like, end of January, and they're like, man, I just ruined it all. Right? How many of us have said that? Of course, it's very human to get caught up in that negative cycle. So one thing that I like to actually I'll do like right here. I'm gonna take this out and do this. Okay. One thing that I like to remind myself, and whenever I do any kind of facilitation lately, last year, I did a whole live about hi goodbye. I think no, it was 2 years ago. Goodbye 2021. Good hello 2022. If we get an awesome car and on January 1st, we fill it up with gas and we say, man, with this car, I'm going to travel all of Florida. We're going to go here and there. Da, da, da. You start listing. You're telling your car that too. You're telling somebody else. And then you forget to put gas on a weekly basis. Where are you going? Your car will be in your driveway. And I feel like that's what's going on with so many people's goals and dreams, aspirations, intentions. We say one time, we write it down, or not even, we just say it in over dinner, and then we forget about it. And then we're like, but where did our dreams go? What happened to that? Why are you putting gas in it? Well, that's the whole thing about self-reflection. You got to put that's the gas you're putting to take 2 steps back to see where you're going, to plan something, to check in with your plan, reflect about how you're doing in the plan. And the wins is like the whole practice of progress. How are you doing? It's checking in. The same way you will put in gas for your goals, for your intention, is you checking in with you. How are you doing in this process or this progress even better, right? So that's what we're doing today. And so let's write down our wins. If you are like, okay, I get you, Patty, grab that pen. I'm gonna put this song right here. We're gonna take a minute. I don't care how long. This is gonna take 1 minute. You're watching the replay. We're pausing. You don't even have to pause it. I'm playing one straight minute, and I'm gonna go and do it myself. So boom. Here we go. Jimmy, give me a thumbs up that you could hear the song. Okay. Stay awake. All right, I'm gonna go bring my pen as well. Jimmy's awkwardly looking into the camera. All right. Well, I'm coming back because one of the things I did, and if you need more time, pause this. Because Patty, 1 second, I'm still writing. If you're not writing, one things you could do, I lower that way too much. Take a look at your week, right? If you have like a calendar like this, so I love landscape weekly calendar, so I get to see everything at a glance in one page, right? For myself, it's that, Jimmy and I are entering a real estate journey together here in Florida. I mean, it's why we came. We just didn't tell a lot of people. It's why we came. Oh no, I took Jimmy out. There he is. Okay. So let me see. 3 weeks ago or so, I failed, or I experienced my real estate exam. However you want to say. Yes, I did fail it because it says you failed. It didn't say you experienced that test. No, you failed. Try again. So I failed this exam, and then I had all these intentions for January, and so it's taking a look at what about these intentions that I had, and which are these don't necessarily need to be me having my license per se. And that's like researching, that's still reaching out to the broker I want to work with. And so I was able to do that. I was talking to him about my goal setting, my workshops. So for January, even though I failed that test, I still wanted to go over my list of the things that I wanted to accomplish that were outside. Getting to know neighborhoods or comparing neighborhoods. I'm still deciding whether we're going to do this neighborhood right here or the other one. And we actually went to like 2 open houses to get a sense of which one. It's like starting that journey, because wherever that's going to be, that's where, I really want to plant seeds for us and for our stay here in Orlando. So for this week was getting to know other real estate agents, being very open, even though Jimmy's like, don't tell them you fail your test. I'm like, it's the truth. They gotta know, right? Like, why go to an open house and tell them that your purpose is not to be a real estate agent? That to me is just, I don't know, lack of integrity or something. That's like, I'm just gonna be open, you know. And so met two agents, got to see two neighborhoods, and that was my win, right? We could find wins from things that don't go our way. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know how many friends I know who stayed right there in that failure. It's like, oh, you know, like I had this plan down and nothing worked out. If you're listening, you know who you are. What are some of the things that, besides that you did well? And again, I want to end it here, because what happens is that when we get focused on like what didn't go well, our weakness, right? I'm not a good test taker, right? Well, actually, I should even rephrase that, because I'm already making that statement about myself, right? But when you say those things, or stay there, we close ourselves to the other opportunities, and to really see that, oh, okay, I'm still being persistent. I'm still pursuing something that I want to do. I hope this was helpful on the habit that we're going to be talking about all week, about self-reflection. Today was about writing our wins, our highlights, our victories. Maybe you had a victory. Whatever that is, please share it in the comments, or DM me or text me, as some people do. They'd rather text me, and that's all good. So send me a message, wherever way. It's all my information is here on YouTube, my email, my website. There's so many ways to reach out. But share in the comments too, if you choose to. So tomorrow we're gonna be writing lessons and wisdom. What do you mean? Because I wanted to start with that, but it's Motivational Monday, and I wanted to give an example of how about that power of writing down about your win to, and it's not denying or ignoring the fact that I gotta study harder, and I've been really good on, like, oh, I'm a visual person, so it's like, if I could just see it more, say it out loud, write it down, I'm better, because I know I'm a good student, right? So instead of saying I'm bad at test taking, I can start saying I'm a great student, right? Things don't come naturally to me. I gotta like really hit that book and those notes and repeat it and tell somebody else. So anyway, hope this was helpful. Thank you, Jimmy, for writing with me. Looking like Roy from the show Ted Lasso. Oh my gosh, Ted Lasso. I love that show. If you love that show, please drop it in the comment. That is such a wonderful show. I'm so happy that Jimmy finally got me to watch it, because I was like, no. So I'm very grateful. I hope you are still writing down. We will see you tomorrow, and same time, same channel at YSuperstars TV. Woo! Hey! Oh, we got me rapping. Get out.
I took a stroll downtown this evening.
How do you like that?
I heard music echo through the night.